I'm gonna be ranking killers on how likely it is to get rage quitted against. Right now, starting off, we have on site. These is like killers that survivors will load into a lobby. They hear this guy's fucking terror radius, or they even see this guy down the street and they're fucking DCing on site. They don't care. They don't care if this guy is gonna be shit. They don't care if they're gonna like have the easiest match of their life. They see this killer, they instantly feel disgust and they just DC. Yes? Second tier list, we have survivors that DC after the first hit. So this is a DC tier list. Yes, this is how likely survivors are to DC against these killers. I might have like said it very poorly in the beginning. My bad. I'm still waking up. Coffee's kind of like starting to kick in a little bit. Like it's starting to interest, but it's not fully in us. You know what I mean? Like that motherfucker got the tip in. Anyways, after first hit, these are survivors that literally DC after the first hit going against a killer. We've all seen it many, many times. You'll be fucking bird watching someone with your binoculars. You'll see them like be 5 seconds into a chase, get hit, and then just DC. And you're like, bro, what? You're like, you didn't even fucking finish the chase. You didn't get down. You didn't even like do anything. These are those people. Now, third, we have second they get down. We've all seen these fast fucking finger like movement guys, right? Like these are like the ex Fortnite players. They're able to DC before these motherfuckers even hit the ground. I've seen it. It's some crazy shit, bro. Before they even hit the ground, this like from the animation of going up to down, they're already gone. They're already out of the game. They're already in the next match. It's kind of insane. And fourth, we have will play the entire match. You know, these are like actual normal people who just like don't really care what killer they go up against. They're kind of just like, you know what, fuck it, we'll play it out. However it ends, it ends. I just kind of like want my BP, and I'm just playing because I hate my life. Yep. In our final tier, bro, like these are just fucking gooners. We all know these people, you know what I'm saying? Like these are people like, hug tech me harder, Daddy Wesker. These are the same fucking people that will deliberately throw a match just to go sniff Huntress's butthole. These are those exact fucking people who are like, yes, hook me, daddy. Yes, harder. And then you're just there like, bro, do a fucking gen. Meanwhile, like it's the one person that's there just literally sucking off the killer as he murders your homies. And like, since you've been sucking this guy off the entire time, he doesn't kill you and he just gives you hatch in the end. We've seen this fucking so many times in matches. It pisses me off. I hate these people. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I like, call me a fucking bad guy. I don't care. I want to get in a match. I want to do my chases, and I want to live to see another day. If I get murdered, I get murdered. But at least let me get murdered with my homies. Don't have a fucking homie twerking on this guy like it's a fucking Cardi B video. I don't know. I digress. Let's pull the rage back just at least a few centimeters. Yes. But yeah, these are those killers. Yes. I will throw a game for Wesker. I don't care. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking. This is the bullshit. Anyways, that is our tier list. Now let us begin. All right, starting out from the top, we have Blight. I'm going to be totally honest, and this might be crazy. This actually might be crazy, but I think people tend to play the game against Blight. They don't DC on site, but after this motherfucker bounces 17 times, and hits these guys around a bend or a corner, they immediately DC. They don't give a shit. They're like, nah, he's him, right? Because a lot of times you either get a really good Blight or you get a really shit Blight that does not know how to control his bounce or like curve his dong. And those guys, it's such a free match. So I feel like these people tend to wait until that first chase and just see how he kind of like maneuvers his body. And the second they get hit because he did some crazy shit, they just DC. They're like, you know, fuck this, bro. This match is gonna be ass. I don't want to play this match. Anyways, those are how survivors tend to look at our beloved Blight over here. Clown. I think Clown people will literally play until they get down. It could be, bro. We could be 3 gens in, 2 gens left of the match. The killer finally sees him for the first time, but because it's a Clown, they're gonna like peg you with 17 bottles of pee, and then you're gonna get downed very easily, and then you're just gonna DC. Like, I don't understand people that fucking do that, by the way. Why are you gonna play 80, 70% of the match and then DC at the end? You've already played 80, 70% of the fucking match. Just stay in the motherfucker. Like, what? Or like those people that DC at endgame? Like, what? Like, what are you doing, bro? Absolute weirdos. Chucky. I think people tend to play the full match against Chucky. I've never known a single person that is just like, oh my god, it's a Chucky. I'm DCing, or like he gets a hit and they're just like, I'm out. I've absolutely never fucking seen anyone DC against a Chucky, and that's just my personal experience. By the way, I feel like I probably should say this. This is all my own personal opinions and thoughts and experiences. So if you have like any other thoughts and opinions, just let me know down in the comment section. Yeah. Springtrap. I think this is another wait till they get down. Like I'm gonna be honest, and this is kind of weird because like I don't really see that many spring traps anymore. Um, Maybe if it was when he first released, then this would be like on site because I feel like everyone was like really tired of this killer when he first came out for like some odd reason. And everyone was just DCing left and right. But I think nowadays this is kind of just like the second they get down, they just leave. I don't think this is anything like too crazy if you're asking me. And like I don't really see anyone like gooning to these guys. And that's just me. That's just my personal experience. I haven't seen it. I don't know if you guys seen any gooners in the DBD space with Springtrap, but my own personal experience. Demo. I'm not gonna lie, this might be the first one that borderlines Gooners and will play the entire match. I don't think anyone's DCing against demos. At the same time, everyone's like, "Can I pet that dog?" You know what I'm saying? Like people are just like trying to like rub this guy's fucking ears and like I don't know, make him wag his tail or some shit. It's very weird. But these are more like the Stranger Things lovers. Same people who like play Screaming Seagull Steve and shit. But if I'm going to be honest, majority of the time, I feel like people just play the entire match against demos a little bit more so than Gooners. I have seen some Gooners, though. Unknown. Unknown. I think, unknown might be after first hit. I'm not going to lie. A lot of times, it's like, this guy will shoot his balls at you or splooge or whatever you want to call it, right? He will shoot that, bounce it off a tree or something. You will take a damage state through like a wall or some shit. And people are like, nah, fuck that. I'm out, bro. Like that's get ref, throw the flag, ref. I don't want to do it no more. Timeout. I tap. I forfeit. Get me out of here, bro. And honestly, I can't blame them because like a lot of times, bro, the hits through the wall are fucking insane. Like if you're playing on a very constricted map like RPD, they could easily just shoot at a wall and it will explode and hit you on the other side. And you don't really have any like choice in the matter because like a lot of the places in RPD are like short hallways that are like so condensed that if he hits the wall, it's going to hit you no matter what you do. There's no dodging it. It's fucking annoying. Gooners. 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 You're going to play a match against a Ghostface? You're not even gonna see the motherfucker the entire match. You're finally gonna find him in dungeon. What the fuck? You're gonna find him in dungeon teabagging your homie. They're just gonna be in a full circle around the fucking hooks in basement, all teabagging against each other, twerking on each other, bro. Like I don't like. It's so stupid, bro. And let's be honest, 9 times out of 10, like no one's DCing against a Ghostface, bro. The Ghostface is like might be one of the weakest killers in the game right now. Like, what the fuck? Come on, Gooners. bro, no, Gooners. Bro, you guys remember that moment in time when the DBD when there was the Pyramid Head booty scandal, you know what I mean? Where every gooner in Dead by Daylight kind of like got together and got mad at the DBD devs because they thought that they removed some of this guy's gat. They removed some of his butt cheeks. They made him a little bit flatter. And there was this fucking outrage, bro. Everyone got their pitchforks. Everyone found their nearest Karen. And they went to town against the fucking devs. And the devs had to put out an actual statement saying, guys, we didn't touch that man's cheeks, bro. I swear. On my mama, I didn't touch that boy's cheeks. And there was this whole scandal, primarily because the Gooners united and were in an outrage. Shit's kind of crazy, bro. Like that is some like generational goonage, if you ask me, bro. But if they try to do that shit with Wesker today, holy fuck, bro. The game might be taken offline. Freddy. I think Freddy's on site, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, man. Okay, wait, this one's kind of teetering. This one's like, this is either gonna be after first hit or like on site. But okay, in my experience, it's like people don't want to play a game where they're constantly gonna be spam hindered, so they just DC, or they don't want to have to deal with like the killer being invisible until you're asleep and like have to deal with this whole like sleep mechanic and bullshit like that. So I feel like people tend to DC the second they see the alarm clocks. They're like, oh fuck, bro. Like this guy's about to hit me with 18 dream snares in approximately 3 seconds of my chase. And I feel like everyone just gets mad. Billy. I feel like a lot of times people do play the entire match against Billies, but I also feel like for the most part, people DC the second they get down. Like this guy will hit a nasty fucking curve, and then people, once they get hit with the chainsaw, they instantly just fucking leave. Or better yet, if this could be misconstrued as first hit as well, right? Because a lot of times Billies will run Lethal Pursuer and do a cross map chainsaw with the fucking slippers that make you undetectable or some shit. And then we'll just hit a cross map at the beginning of the game, and then they will just fucking leave, which is technically first hit. Yes. So we're gonna say this one's both, but I'm also gonna say this one's just like the second they get down. Yeah. Deathslinger. I've never seen anyone DC against a Deathslinger, bro. Like I don't think I've seen anyone rage quit against a Deathslinger, and I don't think I'm the only one either. I've never seen a fucking Deathslinger DC, bro. I mean, like the killer's not like OP. He's not like too weak either. Like he can shoot over some shit, but like I don't think he's DC worthy. I think that one's pretty easy. People just play the entire match and be like, all right, I'm on to the next one. I mean that's just a given, dude. Especially like right now with how much controversy there is surrounding this killer, bro. Nah. Yeah, come on. Bro, people see a fucking mushroom in the ground. They even see this girl's weave fucking like flowing through the wind, and they're like, I'm out. It crash to it? No, I'm good, bro. I'll see you in the next update. Gooners. Gooners, bro. They're like, oh yeah, Mikey, keep staring at me. I like that. Oh yeah, go behind that bush, big boy. Bro, absolute fucking weirdos. People will walk down Myers and just start walking with him like around the entire trial as he murders people. They're like, yeah, bro, I'll give you free suck. Yeah, suck me, bro. Yeah, come on. And then like they'll give this guy infinite tier fucking 3 always. Now I know his power just changed, but I haven't tried him. So in my mind, his power is still the same. He's still sucking survivors off. I'm sorry, that's just like where it is in my brain. At least that's where it's been for like the past like 8 years I've been playing DBD. Anyways, Gooners. I think Legion's after first hit, bro. I think Legion, people will stay in the match, but then like the second they get hit with the deep wound effect after like that first stab, they're like, it's another fucking Legion match, bro. They're like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to sit here for the next 20 minutes mending. They're like, I don't want to do it, bro. So they just DC. Okay. Pig. I think it's the second they get down as Pig. Because the second they get down, they know they're going to get a trap over their fucking head. And they're like, oh my God, I don't feel like running around and having to work for my life. They're like, bro, you're telling me I have to do more stuff than just like a gen? Are you shitting me? This is why like survivors that there's always those survivors that just won't even fucking chase, bro. Like the second they get into a chase, they're like, man, I don't really want to do this. I just want to get into a match and just do my gens. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? Those are those kind of people. Plus, it is kind of annoying to try and get your trap off as a survivor because, like, majority of the times, it's not your right box and you're having to do a fucking world tour like Taylor Swift just to get your box off your head or your trap. My bad. Sadako. I think Sadako's on site, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Majority of my matches, people see Sadako and they're like, I don't feel like getting Mori'd right now. It's just like, bro, you get into a match with Sadako, and all you're gonna hear is like, fucking every TV turning off and on, and her fucking TPing left and right, just stacking up that condemn, and then getting ready to just murder you. So annoying, bro. So annoying. Honestly, I might be in the same boat with this. I go against Sadako, and I'm like, fuck, bro. I mean, I mean, uh, Wesker might actually be like the Gooner god. Like for all Gooners, this is their god. This is they're like, oh my god, we need more skins of Wesker. Oh my god, Uro pound me harder, daddy. Uro bend me, hug tech me, bro. Sky bend me. They just want to be bent by this guy. It's fucking weird, bro. Fucking weird. Just absolute gooners. And this is like their fucking mecca right here. This is him. God forbid DBD gives Wesker the Resident Evil 5 ending Wesker where he's shirtless and has his power. God forbid DBD gives us that skin. DBD does that, they might actually just become the first gaming studio that reaches a like $1 trillion in status. Kind of crazy, but that's kind of true. That's kind of true. 1 second. Nice little sip of the coffee. Moving on. Dracula. This is on site, bro. I'm not gonna lie. More times than not, this guy is going up against bots. Like, no one wants to play against fucking Dracula, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have like the same thought, primarily just because it's like, fuck, man, like this guy turned like you're facing 3 different killers at that point. Like this killer's fucking tough to go up against. I don't care what anyone says. And it's just not very fun. It's not very fun to go up against a Dracula. Twins. I think twins might be on site too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. No one wants to be chased by a fucking baby all game. But then at the same time, it is kind of fun to kick that baby though. Huh. Okay, let's just say for like DC's sake though, a lot of people will DC the second they hear like that, and then like her release Victor. They're just like, I don't care, bro. Like I don't want to play this game against a fucking twins who's most likely just gonna camp my dead body with the baby. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna get down with Victor, and then they're gonna like place that baby, sit his fucking booty cheeks on my forehead, and then I gotta sit there and get camped, and like while this guy gets killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? Huntressy. I mean, this is like the mommy milker version of like the Wesker god, right? I don't know, man. This is like this is like Queen Gooner. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the queen for the Gooners. Don't get me wrong. These could go either way because like 90% of people will play a full match against this killer, but at the same time, a lot of people goon to this person, bro. Easily, bro. Come on, man. Why do you think they give her like some like BDSM skins where she's all in like chainmail and shit, or like the new one with the starts with a B. I can't think of it. Twins, where they made like that super like skimpy like sexy skin for the Huntress or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. She has like the gem in her chest or something. That one is crazy, bro. I know people be tugging it to that. Hag. Okay, I think personally, fuck, this is tough because I do see some DCs, but like I don't feel like I see a lot of DCs when it comes to Hag. Not anymore. Because okay, one, let's be honest, who here has seen a Hag in like the past 3 months? Let show of hands. Like, does anyone even fucking play the Hag anymore? She's so forgotten about. I think okay, like I'm gonna go will play the entire match primarily because I feel like this is such a this is like a DBD unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like saying like a fucking leprechaun or the tooth fairy or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like this is a rare commodity, and I feel like people will play against her mainly because they don't play against her a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, oh well, you know, I haven't gotten this killer in months, so I guess I'll play the one match. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm getting pounded every single game by these killers. Crusty way. Nurse. With Nurse, I feel like it's after first hit or second they get down. Okay, I'm gonna say second they get down because people will play against a Nurse primarily because a lot of people are bad at Nurse. So they will see if the person is bad at Nurse because if they're bad at Nurse, Nurse is like one of the easiest killers to go up against in Dead by Daylight if someone is bad with them, right? So at first, They'll be like, okay, I'll play the match. They'll get into chase, and then they'll get hit, you know, and they're like, okay, that was probably just a lucky blink, or maybe she just walked me down. But then, like, the second she does, like, some crazy fucking read and lands right on top of your forehead and smacks you, then they're like, fuck it. Now this person's actually good. I don't want to play this match. This is going to be stupid. So they just leave. This is, I'm not going to lie. This might just be a personal preference. Doctor is like one of my least favorite killers to go up against in Dead by Daylight. Like he is top fucking 2, if not 3. For me personally, it's the constant fucking sound of this motherfucker, like doing like he's about to start singing in a fucking boy band. It's that fucking shit over and over. He's like near. And then like every time you're running around to just go hear your homie, you're bending over and all you hear is you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. So because of this like annoying fucking killer, for me personally, it's on site. I don't care. And I also know that some people have like medical conditions where like they can't play against this killer or something like that. So I mean that might also be another reason. But for me personally, fuck this guy. I don't care. Gooners. Bro, you guys remember when this guy first came out and everyone was purposely grabbing the box and not doing it just so they can hear this guy come to them? Like, what? He's like, I came. And they're like, yes! Bro, also, like, I don't know. Okay, it might not be Gooners. Maybe it's, maybe it's first. I don't know. It's very tough because, like, I don't ever see pinheads anymore. So it's like when he first came out and he was constantly being played, it was very annoying. And like I would have said it was on site. But nowadays, I feel like he's very rarely played. So it's just kind of like people just love to see him. People love to be chained up, tied up, BDSM style. They're like, give me a leather tracksuit. Also, how you been? You know, like, but like, also, I could also see this as on site. Okay, I'm gonna say Gooners, but at the same time, on site totally makes sense as well. If you were to say like on site, that's totally valid in this scenario. I still think she should be taken out of the game. I don't care, bro. Like it's people are like, oh my god, Skull Merchant hate is so forced. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, man. I personally, for me, it's just I remember playing her PTB, and I have a video on my channel. You can go back, find the fucking video. I forgot like what it's called. Of me playing her. I was so fucking bored, and I was like, oh my god, this killer is a fucking atrocity. And like her Mori was literally copy paste from Freddy, just a different weapon. Like what? Like almost frame for frame, the exact same Mori as Freddy. I was like, bro, are we for serious? We're not coming out with a new Mori? Why isn't the Mori having anything to do with her actual power? Can someone tell me that? Can someone tell me that? All she does is walk up behind you and fist you. What? So lame. What are we in middle school? Bro, like, have your drone fucking shock me to death. Have your drone, I don't know, fucking crash into me. Do something, bro. I just thought like her shit was so lame. And ever since then, I've just had like a bad taste in my mouth for this killer. And it was kind of like one of those like first impressions. You know what they say? Like the first impression is very important because it's a very lasting impression. And that's what it is. Singularity. I think it's another on site too, bro. I'm not going to lie. No one wants to play a game against a guy who is going to constantly port on you. And you have to constantly go run and get EMPs. And constantly like destroy them. Bro, till this day, I still think Singularity as like an entirety is like so fucking OP. I don't know. Like the ability to constantly replace your cameras with no downside, by the way, is fucking gnarly. So survivors can spend up to like 20 to 30 seconds opening a chest to get one charge that takes out a couple cameras in an area, or one camera, depending on how you use it. And the killer can just walk up and be like, oh, my camera's down. Boop, boop, and then walk away. While still in chase, maybe. Like, that is fucking gnarly, bro. Like, what? I don't know. I digress. That's another rant for another time. But personally, I think that's like on site for me, and I know for a lot of people, they just don't want to deal with that. Trickster. I think Trickster is a second. Okay, in my experience, people will usually play against the Trickster, right? But the second they get downed by this guy absolutely dumpstering them with knives, then they DC. Or a lot of times it's like, okay, I just got an unhook, and then this guy's gonna like pop his fucking ultimate on me, and then throw a million knives in my back, and I'm just gonna go instantly down. And people are like, nah, fuck this, I don't care, I don't want to play. I think that's that kind of match. Xeno. I think people are playing the full match against Xeno. Bro, I don't think I've ever seen a single person DC from a Xeno, personally. Then again, I don't play against that many what? I don't play against that many Xenos when I'm playing against or when I'm playing as Survivor, and I hardly ever play him because I'm just bad at him when it comes to playing killer. So I like personally, I can't say a lot, but in my personal experience from like what I've seen, people tend to play the full match. My personal experience. Vecna. I think Vecna's on site, bro. Or would Vecna be after first hit? I don't know. Like personally, I feel like I think Vecna might be at the first hit, maybe, because I do know that there are a lot of people who love to play against Vecna primarily because he brings in this new like factor into the game, right? Like you can go and get chest, you can go and get like buffs for your character, which is like really cool. Okay, I'm gonna go. Honestly, I'll go second they get down. No, I'll go play full match. Fuck it. I don't think I've ever personally DC'd or like seen anyone like really, really DC from a Vecna until they literally got downed or it was already like the end of the game and they just didn't want to get moried or like, I don't know, they got hit by like some crazy fucking tech. Nemesis. Okay, I think personally, oh man, I think personally people will play the entire match against a Nemesis though. Like I don't think anyone's gooning to Nemesis, but I do know that people love Nemesis so much. So I really and then like let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest, bro. 90% of the Nemesis players are kind of doo doo. I'm sorry. And this is just my experience. 90% of the Nemi players I go up against are so poo poo. And that's not even a diss, bro. That's an observation, and that's just an experience for me. So I'm gonna say like people play the whole match primarily because majority of the time they're just kind of like not as good. I mean, like it's an Emmy, bro. Honestly, his zombies might be kind of stronger or like funnier. Knight. I think people are DCing on site when it comes to Knight, bro. I don't know, man. Personally, I always hate going up against the Knights because I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be a long match, bro. This is gonna be a constant match of like this guy 2v1ing me with his homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for getting 2v1, but like when it comes to like the Knight, it's just so fucking annoying. Like he sends this guy to like chase after you as he's trying to like cosplay Michael Myers with the little fucking a poker stick or like whatever the fuck he has. Meanwhile, you got this like 10-foot tall fucking unit chasing after you. Every time he stabs you, you're doom, 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 doom. And then like I know like you can't really like double tap anymore, but like you can get hit and then like immediately get hit like 5 seconds later, which is like almost a double tap, but not exactly. Either way, it's very annoying to go up against. So I think it's an on-site. Kaneki, aka Rize. This was kind of tough, no? Because okay, when Kaneki first came out, I would easily say this is on site. But I feel like nowadays, are people still DCing on site against Kaneki? Like Kaneki's fucking doo doo, bro. Like I've seen a lot of people get downed. Okay, this one's tough because I've seen all of these, by the way. I've seen all of these and a lot. Rarely do I see people play the entire match. Also, we do have some gooners. Let's be honest, we do have some gooners. This is so tough, bro. This might actually be the toughest decision of the entire fucking tier list. Okay. Why don't we do this? We'll go for now a day, right? Let's not even think about the past. Let's just think about the present, and let's think about now, right? Now, I don't think people are DCing against Kaneki immediately. I don't. I do think they DC after first hit because they'll get that free bullshit hit, and then they'll be like, "Oh my god, bro, are you kidding me?" But I think ultimately they DC the second they get downed because they'll get hit. The Kanekis will get a free hit, and then if the survivor is bad or like playing very inefficient, looping very inefficient, there will for some reason get hit by the tentacle or the Kagane, my bad, and then run out into a fucking field and try and make it to another obstruction, another jungle gym, whatever. And the Kaneki will easily cut them off and down them, and then they'll just DC. That I see that happen so many times. So I'm gonna go with second they get down. But that one is so fucking tough, man. That could go like for anything if I'm being honest, except for will play entire match. People just don't do that, bro. Artist. Bro, I'm trying to think of the last time I played against an artist. I think it's been about like a year. Easily been about a year since I played against an artist. Fuck, this one's tough. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen one of these in so long. Like, I don't even know like what the fuck to put this. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm artist might be Gooners. Artist is play entire match. Artist is Gooners on site. Oh, artist is Gooners or on site. Well, I'm glad you guys are very decisive as well and helping me in this decision. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna go will play entire match because and this is just kind of like a generalization, right? Because I also feel like I've seen people like I don't think I've ever seen anyone DC against an artist on site. And I don't know about any Gooners with the artist. I don't know. There might be. I'm not up to date on my Goon sessions. You know what I'm saying? Or like my Goon killers or killers to Goon 2. Let's be honest. Everyone's playing a full match against a Trapper, bro. Like if you DC against a Trapper, bro, uninstall the game, bro. This game ain't for you. Go play Roblox. Go play Dead by Roblox, Violence District, My Little Pony Adventures 3. Don't play DBD. It's not for you, bro. Wraith. I think people are playing against the Wraith. I think they're playing a full match against the Wraith. Because like Wraith isn't even like too OP. He gives you some really good chases, but he's not like something that's gonna like overpower you or like make it feel like you have no chance in the trial. And that's what I love about the Wraith. I've never seen anyone like really DC against him unless he's tunneling. And that's just like a generalization when it comes to like any killer in Dead by Daylight. So I feel like that's, you know, that it's in that area. Houndmaster. This is another one that can kind of go all three. But honestly, I feel like for the most part, it might be on site. Or this one might be the second they get down. Because okay, I think I'm gonna go the second they get down. Primarily because like a lot of times people will do the first chase, but then they'll get grabbed by the fucking dog doing some weird shit, and then the second they get down, they just leave, right? But man, I can also see this being on site because I know a lot of people hate going up against this killer. What if we just middle ground it, bro? Let's just go after first hit. Okay, we're kind of like fucking up the tier list right now. Oh my god. Whatever. We'll go after first hit. That way, it's kind of like in the middle of both, right? It's not on site. It's not the second they get down. We'll just say after first hit. They get grabbed by the dog. They're like, fuck this, bro. I'm not about to be someone's chew toy. And then they just DC. Fuck it. Whatever. Bubba. This one's like such a crazy jump, right? Because this could be on site easily, or this could be Gooners. This could be take me to your basement, Bubba. I want to be your next plaything. Wear my skin. You know what I'm saying? Very weird fucking people. But at the same time, people are like, oh my god, I'm about to get camped for the rest of the trial. This oh. Right, anyone got a coin? I'm about to flip a coin on. Okay, I think overall people tend to just love Bubba, so I'm gonna say Gooner. And I feel like people aren't really gonna DC against this guy, unless it's like a very bad Bubba and he's just like face camping. But like even at that, right? Like a lot of people just want to get face camped by this guy. You know what I mean? They're like, "Yay, I get to hang out with you." You know, Oni. This one can easily go between play entire match and then second they get down. But I also feel like majority of the time this is the second they get down, because a lot of times you'll be playing for that first hit as Oni. They'll get the first hit, they'll most likely get away, and then you'll go find someone else, get another hit, and then you'll use your power. And then the second you down someone that's full health and instant down them at the beginning of the fucking game, they kind of just leave. So yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go second they get down. Plague. I think Plague is on site, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, no one wants to play a trial in which they are injured the entire fucking game. Plus, it's very annoying to have to deal with the infection mechanic, because you're like, oh, well, if I heal my homie, I'm gonna get infected. If I fucking touch a gen, I'm gonna get infected. And it's like, oh, I have to go cleanse, but if I cleanse, she's gonna instant down everyone by just spitting on us. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very, like, annoying mechanic to deal with. And I feel like a lot of people just would rather not deal with it and just DC. Dredge. I think people are playing the full match against a Dredge. I don't know. Like, I don't think I've ever like seen anyone. Okay, that's cap. That's so cap. I've seen people DC against the Dredge, but I also feel like majority of the times, like an overall percentage, I feel like 80% of the time people are just playing out the full match. Primarily because like Dredge isn't like super strong, you know what I'm saying? Like you get to a loop, he places his fucking shadow remnant, whatever you want to call it, and then you just W key away and you kind of negate his entire power the entire fucking trial. Of course, he's gonna be able to teleport everywhere, and that's kind of annoying. But at the same time, you could lock the lockers and slow him down and shit. But I don't think it's like anything too crazy. You know what I mean? I feel like majority of the time people are just playing out the entire match. Spirit. This is either going to be second they get downed or after first hit. Because a lot of times, people will get phased on and then hit and then immediately just DC. They don't even want to fucking do it again. But at the same time, some people will try and do the chase, but the second they get down by like a crazy phase or just like an outplay, then they DC. I think I'm gonna go with second they get down. All right. And that is our tier list on how likely these killers are to get DC'd or rage quitted against, right? I think I did pretty well overall. Some of these were super difficult to kind of put into a box, if you will, right? But at the same time, I also feel like this is as accurate as I could probably get it. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna have their own experiences. Everyone is gonna like think differently, but this is just my personal experiences, what I've seen over like the course of my time playing DBD. If you guys have any other thoughts or places you'd put these people, just let me know in the comment section. Yeah. Round of applause.
He's yapping in the fog, never lost for words. Looping like a legend, though it's all a blur. Content so crisp, even when he's late. Imposter games, chaotic but great. Where's